Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. I'm Zlade, and today we're going to be talking about potential killers that I personally would like to see in Dead by Daylight. Since the introduction of Springtrap, many people are wondering what licenses are left. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are plenty left for people to discover. Now, I won't be talking about the ones that everyone keeps asking for, such as Jason, Pennywise, Art the Clown, Slenderman. Those are kind of boring, and we can do a whole lot better. So, let's get right into it. The first killer I would like to see in Dead by Daylight would be the Graboid from Tremors. Now, there are many interesting things you can do with the Graboid. You can just keep it in the pre-adolescent state that it was found in the first movie, where it swims in the ground and feels vibrations to track survivors. I feel like a kit similar to Doctor, where you can continuously track survivors, would be super cool. Or you can do it in a stage where it evolves from its pre-adolescent stage and so forth, where it eventually gets to bipedal and then it starts to fly around. I think that would be insanely cool to see as a killer. And I can already picture the Mori of it going under the ground like in First Tremors and pulling the survivors into the ground and leaving nothing but their face. I think that would be an insanely cool killer, and I don't see enough people talking about this. Now, the second killer I would love to see in Dead by Daylight is Queen Mira from Gears of War. I think her abilities, one, the whole thing as all the locusts are a hive mind, could totally be part of her power. Just kind of like Nemesis with his zombies. And she can make she has so many powers. She can fly. She has so many powers that they can work with. I think it'd be a super interesting character that they could do. And Gears of War is still coming out, so it's still relevant. People still play the game all the time, and Gears of War 3 is one of the greatest story games I have played in a long time, and I think she would make an incredibly cool killer. Plus, saying Marcus Phoenix as a survivor, or even Carmine, would be super cool, and I definitely want to see this as a chapter coming up soon. Thirdly, I would like to do Griffith from Berserk. Now, if you have read Berserk, you know the absolutely horrendous things Griffith has done. I feel like as a killer, he could completely shine on just completely mentally torturing survivors. I think that would be such a cool killer to see him in the game. Plus, getting someone like Guts as a survivor would be so cool. There are so many things you can do with Griffith, and this would only be the second killer from an anime, unless you count the Titan skins, and I guess it would be the third. But as a killer, standalone killer, it could be super interesting to see, and I'd love to see them do it. Fourth, I would love to see as a killer in Dead by Daylight, Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is from League of Legends, but as a killer, he has lots and lots of potential. I mean, just look at this.
Countryside's on edge after Fussbell.
Yeah, filthy mages. They show up here, and I'll take it. Dedrick? Hey, Dedrick!
Help me!
Dedrick!
with Fiddle being such a unique character within the game, there's so many things you can do with him and lots of things with his lore. I think he could be an incredibly cool killer, and plus Dead by Daylight teaming up with the biggest esport in the world as soon as they just announced their support towards competitive tournaments would be an insanely huge win for Dead by Daylight, getting people from all across the world to at least even look at the game would be incredibly invaluable for Dead by Daylight. Last but definitely not least, for characters I would love to see in Dead by Daylight is the Candyman from Candyman. Yeah. He has so many abilities, plus he'd be pretty easy to get into the game from a model standpoint. For the most part, it's a black guy. Wow. And I think that his introduction would be super, super cool. I could see the bees coming from outside of his mouth for his Mori, or, you know, him opening up his coat and you just see all his rib cage and his mangled body. Oh my god. I'm envisioning it right now, and it is such a cool killer concept. He has so many powers that they could use. There are so many interesting things that they could do with this killer. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And drop in the comments what you would like to see more below. Like, if you have killers that you would love to see that are more unique to the game, I would love to hear all of them. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.